Well, welcome to Painting with Heather. And yes, I am Heather. And yes, we are painting today. Before I tell you what we're going to do, I have a free gift below. It is a free resource that has all the paints, all the brushes, all the lights, all the easels, everything I could think of that's in my studio if you want to start learning with oils. It's the first step, so you can go to paintingwithheather.com/first step and you can download this amazing booklet. It's got loads and loads of information in it. Even some of my favorite things that I have in my studio I've popped on at the end as a bonus as well. So get on and do that. But now I'm going to tell you what we're going to do today. We are going to talk about blending. If you know anything about oils or you don't know anything about oils, a lot of the questions I get asked is how do you blend with oils? So we're going to get on and do that now. So I have here a painting that I have not finished yet, unless you think that's what I want it to look like. It is not. I am going to do some of this painting today and talk you through a bit about oils. If you haven't done oils before, I'm going to talk a bit about how the oils work, but also for those of you that have and have started or have been painting for a long time, I'm going to share with you some of the tricks that I use, whether they're tricks or not, some of the techniques I use to get a lovely blendy feel. So I'm going to walk you through that now, and I know a lot of my students really appreciate me showing things, so I hope this has been helpful for you, or will be helpful for you today. So you can see here I have my iPad and I have my image on here where I can enlarge it and reduce it to the same size. I have a grid on here and I love to work at exactly the same size. So I'm going to put that right over the edge here so you're going to actually see where I'm up to here over here. Right, so what I'm going to do now is just going to do some of this blended area here to show you how I would do that. So I've got some paints here, I've got some sapphire, some phthalo blue and turquoise, black and white. So I'm just going to sort of do a little bit of combo of all those. A little bit more black, a little bit more white, a little bit more blue. All right, so over in this area, yep, that's right over there. So we've just done this set of area. So I'm going to bring in a little bit more colour in here. I'm just going to try and get the right colour first. It's a little bit more dulled down. Whoa, too much white. Okay, cool. We'll get there. Not too bad. All right, so a little bit of medium on the brush. A little bit more blue into it. Okay, so what I like to do first is just basically just get the paint on. I'm just going to sort of basically layer it on. And you know why I like to get it on? Because then it gives me an idea of whether I've got the right colour or not. As you can see there, I don't. A lot of what I do is not worrying about getting it right first time. I'm realising now I need a little bit of magenta. So I'm just going to pop a bit of that in. And you'll see that this will look a lot more like that other colour now. And if you're coming in and like this has been dry for a long time, you're coming in over something that has got a bit of a harsh edge like that, I tend to sort of come in over and blend a little bit more, bring a bit more colour over that so you can't actually see where you started and where you finished. A little bit too much magenta now, so I'm just going to sort of bring in some other colours. All right, you can see the action of my brush. I'm going around and round and round like that. Again, I'm not worrying about it being perfectly the same colour. A lot of students will spend a lot of time trying to get the right colour, but you know, the most important thing is to get the tones, the darks and the lights. And you can see in here we've got a lot of really dark areas, so I'm not too worried about going dark in here. I'm going to fill in a bit more of this space. We'll go around this water drop here. There's a couple of water drops, isn't there? So this one, we'll just go around that, try and get that nice round shape. Come in there. Yeah, and I think that's sort of like a key thing to remember as you're learning or as you're progressing is to not spend too much time. Whoop, golly, that colour didn't work. Exactly what I mean. Trying to get the colour exactly right. it is near enough. Sometimes it's close enough, because remember, most people are not going to look at your original image. They will not know. You will know, yes, but they will not know. Look, if you're super keen to try and get, learn how to match colors perfectly, then go for it. But you could be there for a long time. All right, so we've got a bit of those shades in. I'll get a little bit more in here. And I haven't caked the paint on. I've just got enough medium and enough paint that it's going into all those little grooves in the canvas. Pushing it in with, sort of, you can hear it, I'm pushing into the paint into the canvas. One of the things that I find students do when they're first starting is they will just, end up putting lots of medium, and then end up with a really watered down paint, and it ends up being a different color even, So where's my paper towel? There we go. Wipe all that medium off. When you've got lots of medium, you need to get rid of it and put it off, take it off. All right, let's get a bit more of this paint. A bit of all those colours. Oh, too grey. Some blue. I'm going to do another session before too long on colour mixing, because I feel like that's another area that we need to have a little look at. All right, let's get a bit more of this colour around here. I feel like it needs to be a little bit bluer. Grab some more blue. A little bit more medium. All right, so sort of giving that feel. I'm always looking at my brush strokes and going, where can I fix things? You can see there's a bit of a line there. So I'm going to get some more paint. I'm going to just wipe off some of that medium. I'll go back and actually find some actual paint. A little bit darker. Grab a little bit more of every colour. Let's make it a little bit dark. It's probably going to be too dark now. Oh, it's gone too green. So then I'll wipe that green off, add more blue. You can see, I just experiment the whole time, experimenting, trying to get it just the right colour. All right, close enough. We're adding in a little bit of a green feel. I don't really care, that's fine. All right, so you can see in the background here, we have these sort of white or lighter areas. They're definitely not white. And again, some students will go, oh, there's white, so I'll just put white. No, it's just a lighter version of this. So I'm just going to grab some white and add it to the colour. I'm going to change the whole colour. I'm just going to do that there. All right, so about where is it? It's about, I can see where that grid is. There's one just here. All right, now again, I'm not worrying about the intensity of colour right now. I'm just going to put that in. I'm just going to position a few of these, and then we're going to play around and try and get them. I haven't done that water drop yet. How they will look blurred. So then there's another one here. Again, I really feel like I need to make a little bluer. I'm just going to make a light blue over here. More blue, more white. Okay, nearly there. All right. That's a bit bluer, that's good. All right. So now there's still got that sort of very definite edge around the edge of it, definite edge around the edge. This is where I like to use a filbert brush, which has got a rounded edge, as opposed to a round brush that has a point or a square, a flat brush which has a flat edge. This has got, if you turn it this way, it's thin, turn it that way, it's round. So this is where we're going to come in, and it's a dry brush, there's no paint on it, and really lightly come around the edges of it. All around the edge, just really lightly. Keep wiping your brush though, because we want to keep working with a brush that's dry. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to pull some of that light colour into the outside colour so that we get a really soft edge on that. All right, it's a little hard to see it from where the distance away you are, but you can see that there. All right, so we'll do it with this one. It'll probably be a bit easier to see here. I'm going to pull some of that out, only a little bit. We don't want to go right into the middle and change the colour of the whole lot. And that can be something that you get tempted to do, is to start going into the middle. We want to keep that intensity in there. We'll look at how intense it might need to be pulled back a little bit. We want to come around those edges and get them nice and soft. We just keep moving that and keep wiping your brush. And see how that's a lot softer now. So now I want to look at this picture and go, well, oh, there's a little bit, it's a little bit darker on one edge. So I'm just going to grab a little bit more of that darker colour. Let's go a little bit more. Just darken it a little bit on one edge. Yeah, because there's often, you know, different varyings of shades and colours on different pieces like this. So just looking at what is happening there. So if I take that in a bit closer, you'll see that there, that it's sort of got this one's got a little bit of a darker patch towards the right. So we'll just bring in a little bit, just only a very small amount of paint on your brush because you're not in a very big area. We'll just go over like that. All right. Well, I hope that was helpful. Just a little demonstration today to get you started on blending. If you've got any questions about blending, please message below. Even email me and send me a photo of what you're doing and I can help you. I can give you some little advice. I'm happy to do that. But yeah, I would love to see if you're working on anything and you want some help with some blending, please do. And don't forget, there's a free resource for you below, which gives you all the brushes, just all about the filbert brushes and all these things, all the paints and things I use, the lights, the easels, so much more than I can even remember that I put into that document. And it will help you get started on your painting journey. Oil painting is wonderful and I'm trying to make it easy for you. So until next time, have a great week and keep creating.